Hello everybody and welcome back to Porto Antico, or the ancient port here in Genova, for the IFSC European Cup. This is the final competition in this series, and this evening we will crown the winner of the 2024 Senior European Cup of bouldering. This competition has taken place over 2 days. Yesterday we had the qualification round, which saw the top 24 women and the top 24 men progress to this morning's semi-finals. Now we have the men's finals, during which the top 8 male athletes from the semi-finals will compete on 4 boulders, again with a 4-minute time window. I'm James Blay, and once again I'm joined by Martin Smith from the UK. Martin was a competitor for GB climbing in the bouldering discipline, and he's now a climbing coach based in Sheffield, England. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you, James. Back here now for the final leg of this evening's climbing.
Now we will hand you over to Simone Reina, the Master of Ceremonies here inside this open-air venue, to introduce the athletes. Simone just getting suitably revved for the moment.
E allora, signore e signori, con queste note che ci hanno accompagnato in un percorso di anni, nelle più belle manifestazioni che abbiamo fatto per il nostro sport, mi presento a voi senza gli occhiali da sole perché possiate vedermi in viso, perché lo sport ha un concetto di libertà e di vicinanza che ci leva il bisogno di nasconderci. Ha un concetto di vicinanza e di uguaglianza che ci rende tutti uguali nel desiderio di voler essere degli esseri viventi migliori. Ed ecco che questo desiderio di uguaglianza, che questo desiderio di libertà si realizza quest'oggi all'interno di questa manifestazione, dove abbiamo portato lo sport di montagna dentro la città, dove abbiamo portato degli atleti davanti a tutti voi, e la cosa che ci unisce in tutto questo è lo spirito umano del cuore che batte in ognuno di noi. Signore e signori, benvenuti alla finalissima di Coppa Europa Boulder 2024! So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to the discovery of the male finalists. Let's start with the first athletes, 5-time Gold European Cup winner, Vice European Champion, and actual European Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Spain, Guillermo Peinado Francanillo. Another bronze World Youth medalist at the World Youth Championships and silver medalist at the European Youth Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Bulgaria, Slav Kirov. And now here we are with the next time, 2-time gold medalist at the European Youth Cup and 3rd place at the European Youth Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Germany, Torben Perry Blum. Another silver medalist for the European Cup and 2nd place in the European Cup overall world ranking. Ladies and gentlemen, representing France, Antoine Girard. And so, Genova, now here we are. Vice Italian Junior Champion and World University Champion 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Italy, Nicola Anthony Salvatore. on with the next one. Another two-time gold medalist at the European Youth Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, representing Austria, Julian Wimmer. And the next athlete have just won the European Youth Championship title in 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, representing France, Quito Martini. And now here we are with the last, aka the best of the semi-final round of this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, two-time gold medalist at the European Youth Camp and vice world youth champion representing Germany, Emil Zimmermann. So public, athletes, this is your audience. Genova, per piacere, presentatevi agli atleti. Thank you guys, we can go back to the ISO. Allora ragazzi, abbiamo presentato gli atleti, sale la
Now we see the athletes just disappearing behind stage. They've got a warm-up wall back there. They might do final few moves. And our first athlete from Spain, Guillermo Franginello. Let's go Franginello. Will be preparing to step out onto the mats. We have a beautiful spectrum of boulders here for this final of the Men's European Cup here in Genova.
Yeah, as in the female competition, the problems, number one starts on the left-hand side of the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, from left to right.
And I can't help but say that that pink boulder with the pink blocks volumes and the mint sort of dishes from Morpho has really caught my eye.
Very striking boulder.
Had a chat with Joris, one of the team members who was setting that boulder, and he said he really enjoyed working with those dishes. Provoked some really interesting moves. So looking forward to seeing that boulder. But first, we'll see Giulia. Yeah, maintaining that close body position to the wall really leaves your vision or your line of sight obscured for a foothold such as that. Imagine that upper section of the volume sort of blocking the visibility there. Let's see how he manages on this second attempt. So just using the heel of his left hand in that upper volume. Oh, and making the move across right on his second attempt in quite flamboyant fashion.
Yeah, the right hand crimp is quite positive. You see he switched hands quite flamboyantly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, the small screw on is very poor. There's only a small fraction of texture on that hole. The rest of it is the slippery surface there. So common now, common feature of these climbing holes these days.
Setters have almost used those volumes to create a bit of a prow in the middle of the wall. You know, a sort of continuous line that the climbers can hold, and sort of forcing them to maintain the same sort of line with both hands and feet. So quite a lot of body tension required there to sort of maintain positions in those upper two volumes before they'll make, or potentially make, the move to the top hold. Obviously friction playing a big factor here, so he's just making sure those footholds are nice and clean before he steps on for a third attempt. Seems like a reasonably easy step on there, but
okay.
I think he's just been called off, isn't he, for not matching feet on the first volume.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, his right foot went straight to the right foothold. instead of tapping on the left.
Now we've got a nice close-up of that foothold there, so we know what we're dealing with. Oh, and he's made that move look beautiful again. Sort of into this, what I'd refer to as a prow section. You're just all in one line.
Yeah, this looks promising.
Oh, wow. Just looked like he didn't even try to close his hand on that hold. Or looked like he had the line, he had the length.
I think he just momentarily hesitated. There was just a moment of hesitation there, and it cost him. And less than 30 seconds left. He's pulled straight back on.
Yeah, this is 4th attempt. Okay, yeah, he's got that wire, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He has time here.
So if he can find his way to the top, sinks the heel in. Always matching a heel to hand is always, I've made the mistake of actually placing my heel on my fingers before and actually cutting my fingers. You've got to be, sort of taking a digit off one by one to make room for the heel is tricky business.
I think the factor that he did pull on with so little time left as well was probably on his mind a little bit.
Absolutely.
Slightly rushed that end sequence.
So now we have Slav from Bulgaria. Looks like, to me, he's from a town just outside Sofia. Some of the athletes choosing to carry a chalk bag with them on these boulders, but the conditions are actually fairly good here. I mean, our thermometer's reading 20 degrees, but it feels an awful lot cooler than that, I'll tell you. We've got a bit of a sea breeze coming in from the sides of the building, which are open. We're just covered by this canopy. And most people in the building are wearing a few layers. Obviously the climbers choosing to wear vests and shorts to stay cool, but
yeah, I think the chalk bag is probably just the fact that he's climbed, he's tried at least 6 qualifying boulders, 4 semi-final boulders, and perhaps just his skin is a bit thin.
Yeah. Slav in a good position here to have a good go at the top. Yeah, initially reading it the same way as the previous athlete. Taking the time to place the heel well, but just not finding enough of the hold underneath his heel. Yeah, making room on that handhold seems tricky.
Yeah, the position is quite bunched.
Oh, excellent. That looks well. That looks well placed. Got to be careful he doesn't apply too much pressure with his toe against the wall and sort of lever his heel off the handhold, but he looked pretty solid there. But the hands, the texture on that hold just seemed to be failing him, or the friction just seemed a little bit unsure. Nonetheless, a really good effort. And he's got 1 minute 40 and change left, so plenty of time to give the boulder a clean and crack on with another attempt.
Starting handholds are minimal, to say the least, but it's all in the balance on the left foot.
Yeah, that sort of heel of the hand.
He has the start dial now.
Yeah, that was confident. Come on, Slav. Let's see if he can repeat. Okay. Trying a right toe. Man, if you fit that body position well and the timing of the movement is precise, then potentially you could hold that.
I think you would probably want to go for that move in that method with a bit more conviction.
Yeah.
You could. That foothold is very, very poor, and I think you're not going to want to spend much time on it. So I think you want to place it and go. I think if you try and pull into that move and try and do it static,
yeah,
I Yeah,
asking a lot of yourself, aren't you?
There's a good chance that foot's going to pop out. My eyes were fixed on his right foot then as he went for that move, as I looked at that foothold up close.
Yeah, we're getting some nice close-ups here, so you can see what these athletes are dealing with in terms of handholds and footholds. Oh, he's really racing through this now with 6 seconds left on the clock. Oh,
okay.
Yeah, foot popped.
Yeah.
Yeah, good line, good length, but unfortunately his right foot popped, and yeah, he was really pressed for time. And I mean, if you do stick that and your foot stays, you've got to match that. You've not got anything on the left-hand side with any friction that you can use to oppose, so I guess you're going to have to step into the crimp that's screwed onto the penultimate yellow volume.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And quite an accurate throw. Again, the top hold is blocked.
Yeah. I like the heel method best so far, but let's see. So we'll have bottom right of your screen, we've got the first action on men's 2. Guillermo from Spain pulling into this sort of Gaston red crimp.
Yeah, a very crimpy boulder, number 2, until the very top. Some might call this boulder slightly old school. I would just call it climbing.
Yep. crimpy test piece in an overhanging wall. Thorben stepping on, but yeah, just losing his foot there.
Zip.
I have to say the material of these red holds is different to all the other materials in the competition. It's a thermoplastic from Artline, made by a company called G-Hold in France, and it's a recyclable plastic. One of the first companies to do that. Trying to add a bit more sustainability to the materials used here. As we see Thorben now get to grips with that yellow volume with the heels of his hands and make the transition outright into this small screw-on foothold. Okay, nice.
Yeah, so this will be interesting. A much taller athlete.
Yeah.
See,
predicting that heel method might be a bit bunched for him, but oh, nice.
Ooh,
yeah, okay. Just applying too much downward pressure to it, and his heel just skidding off the hold. I'm not sure how positive that is.
The crimp on the inside.
Yeah,
it's quite positive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not in cut, but it's. I mean, well, for these climbers, they would probably regard it as a decent hold, let's say. Because they do, as they grab it with the left hand, they're taking quite a wild swing. You know, their body comes a long way from the wall, and nobody's dropped that move so far.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay, so back on men's 2 with Guillermo on the right-hand side and Thorben on the left, men's 1. A little bit tentative on this move previously, but then when he landed the crimp and the opposing palm, yeah, just no problem there. Like in that position, he's really stable. So he's got time here to sort of find the heel, I think. Trying to make a bit more room on that handhold, isn't he?
Oh, you see straight. Yeah, by putting that left foot up. Okay, he's considering going. Yeah, okay. Yeah, as soon as he put the left foot up higher on the small screw hold, he straight away looked a little bunched, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he found himself in two minds. Should he keep the foot low? Should he bring it high? And kind of a last, just threw his hand at the last hole, but no success.
Yeah, both these athletes out of time here on that occasion. So who have we got on the mats next? Antoine Gerard from France. will make his first appearance in this men's finals. And boulder number 1. And Slav is back out on the mats for men's 2. Let's see if he can make a bit more progress into the middle section of this boulder. Now choosing to use that sort of Gaston shoulder crimp with his thumb and sort of wrap his fingers around the front of the volume there, at least as far as I can see. Antoine sort of playing with a slightly different foot position on that volume there. Just to get that opposition with the heels of his palms.
Yeah, using Antoine putting the palm of his right hand on the wall, as we mentioned earlier. The wall does have a lot of friction. Quite a rough texture to the wall.
Yeah, it's a rough paint job, isn't it?
Yeah. Rough's maybe a bit harsh. But yeah, certainly a lot of texture on it. So if you were to smear your foot on, you're going to get a good purchase.
Just seeing the team of route setters here, analysing their work and the progress of the athletes on their boulders. From left to right, we've got João from Portugal. We've got Loris from France. Simone Zappino from Torino. Gabriele Maroni from Milano. Luca Camanni, who's based out of Bergo, but originally from Torino. And then we have Davide Battisotto from Torino also. So a good mixture of national Italian setters and international setters also. So yeah, some real diverse minds behind these boulders. And they've proved to be a good, really, really good set.
Yeah, every round so far has been absolutely spot on.
Yeah, credit to those guys.
Splitting the climbers, it's such a difficult job.
Yeah.
Such a difficult job to split the climbers.
I envy the materials they work with, but I do not envy the work they have to execute with them. It's you have an infinite number of possibilities in front of you, almost. And yeah, you don't have a lot of time to work with. I mean, for the quantity of boulders they have to set in a week, it's a big ask. But these guys are professionals. So, back on men's 1, with Antoine just visualising the moves there before he sets off. And then on the right-hand side of the screen on men's 2, Slav getting that sort of Gaston undercut. I mean, they're thin crimps these, and there's although they have the same silhouette, let's say, there's slightly different sizes, and there's a different level of positivity to each one of them. So
yeah, boulder 2, we're really not seeing much headway yet.
Yeah, we have a couple of climbers specifically on the setting team who are very strong on the crimp. So hopefully haven't overcooked this one due to their strengths on these style of holds.
Yeah, nobody making zone yet on boulder 2. No. And Slav calling it a day. No, is he calling it a day?
No, he's rubbing his hands together. Yeah. 20 seconds left. Where's the... Going to give it a go to make the zone. Come on, Slav. Oh, it's a
little bit too much.
Yeah. Maybe his shoulders are cooked from the physical boulders of the semi-finals. Who knows?
Okay, next rotation.
Now, hone your ears as we're about to welcome a national athlete from Italy. We have Niccolò Salvatore stepping onto the mats on the extreme left of your screen in the navy blue uniform. And we have Thorben back out on men's 2, and we are now going to see some action on men's 3. Top right corner of your screen.
Yeah, very striking boulder.
Yeah, Giuliarmo making a good start on it as well. Already got the zone on the first attempt. Just finding it hard to sort of eject out of that position up to the next volume. So we've got these. No, we're back with Nicolo, more importantly.
Yeah,
He had a great qualification.
Made a bit of a false start. He was called down on his first attempt. Hopefully that won't cost him. Sometimes the scores can be small margins.
Yeah. We'll see how this competition evolves. And then now we've just got a split screen so that we can see Guillermo on the right-hand side, again to the zone. Can't see exactly what he's doing with his left foot, but yeah, again, feels like he's using something, but unfortunately just losing friction on that foothold. I know there's excellent friction on those pink blocks, wooden volumes, and the Morpho sort of crater-shaped mint volumes as well, so there should be good friction on those. But that foothold that he's using for the left foot seems particularly poor, so got plenty of time to have another shot. But meanwhile, we're with Nicolo on men's one. All eyes on him at the moment, I think. Oh, and he's found. Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought he'd found his way over.
Boulder 3 though could have our first top.
Now this is a move. This is a real move.
Oh yeah, I think he wants to keep his right foot down. Last hole's positive, but it's at an angle. Oh,
close. Wow, incredible. That's such an incredible reaction from the crowd here.
He has a minute left. Hopefully we're going to see another attempt on that boulder.
Yes, Nicolo.
Okay, so this
excellent.
Is first attempt at the top part of this climb. Straight into the heel.
Turning his toe out, trying to get the heel at the right angle. Come on, Nicolo. Maybe he can come down, and athlete who's chosen not to carry chalk with him, so he doesn't have the opportunity to chalk up, but he's trying to heel below the left hand, and that seems to have worked for the moment.
Ah, nice palm on the left side of the wall.
Oh,
using
come
the
on,
friction.
Nicolo. Yeah.
Using that rough texture we were just talking about.
Come on. Whoa.
Really difficult body position to find that.
Absolutely. With 10 seconds left, it's not worth pulling on, but good work on men's one from Nicolo. Just a replay of that attempt at the last move from Guillermo. Oh, he nearly managed to get in a opposition with that left hand, but there just wasn't enough shape on that volume for him to catch. Oh. Yeah. Nicolo looking good on that, but just, yeah, not making the top, unfortunately. So we'll take a look at men's three now. We've got Slav back out on the mats in the green vest in the center of your screens. And he's on his flash attempt, and he's up through that hard move off the zone straight away. And he's into position for the top move. And keep his foot on. Come on, Slav. Oh, and he's going for a high heel. Incredible, yeah.
Down to a toe. Yeah. Oh, a deep lock.
Bit of knee. Excellent. Hey. Amazing flash of that boulder there.
Yeah, our first top of the final.
Bravo, Slav.
Straight to first place with that top.
Really nice. Great to see that boulder get sent.
Yeah, it's Slav on every boulder. He comes out and he gets straight on the boulder.
Yeah.
You know, they've had their observation time. Some of the other competitors are a little bit slower pulling on, but Slav, straight out, straight on.
Yeah. I can imagine the style of the boulders affects that. You know, if you feel like it's a difficult set, where it's not going to come down to attempt so much, and it's maybe getting it done or not getting it done.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And you can only learn so much from looking at the boulder from the ground. At some point, you need to pull on and feel the moves.
Absolutely.
It might not pan out how you thought reading it from the ground.
Okay, so we've got Julian Wimmer on the left-hand side of the screen, just attempting men's 1. That yellow boulder. And then on men's 2, we've got Antoine back on the mats.
Yeah, this nobody really making any progress on boulder 2 so far.
We've got a French climber on French holds. Artline being a bit of a staple brand in France with these wooden volumes and crimp, so I can imagine these will be familiar holds for this athlete. Might give him a slight edge. Let's see. Come on, Antoine. You've got a strong name. One of the Menestrel brothers being named Antoine.
One for the older audience, that one, I think.
Yeah, look him up, Antoine Menestrel. If you don't know, you need to know. I can't believe we're at just a minute left. Julian a little bit hesitant and then going with 2 hands, which is, we've not seen that yet. Could work. I feel like that really could work, you know, with the right foot in opposition.
Yeah, I think he probably just wanted to try something different.
Yeah.
Down to 30 seconds, thought, okay, this isn't working what I'm trying. Let's try something different.
Yeah, both of these guys just looking at the clock and realizing that's enough. Oh, and here we see Slavs. Top. Clock in the stadium's just counting down. 10 seconds before the next athletes come out.
That's a great boulder, number 3. Yeah. Just appealing to look at, isn't it? You see that, you want to climb in it. You want to get your hands on those holes. And,
absolutely.
And have a go.
Great finish. So Nicolo is back in the stadium. We'll see him on men's 2, and we're going to get our first look at men's 4 on the extreme right. So we have a variety of materials here on the wall. We have 2 triangular wooden volumes from Artline, which are sort of changing the inclination of the wall slightly. And then Guillermo's having to jump into this unit macro with his right hand as a press and catch this violet hold.
Yeah, a very difficult start. You can see that
he's landed it.
He's already grabbed the zone, so that tells you how hard it is to establish on the boulder.
Oh, wow.
And a wild move outright.
As he disappears out off screen.
Taxi.
And now we're with Thorben as his zone changes the scores and he moves up the rankings. He's in position to do the top move, and yeah.
Okay. I thought he was going to go off the low foot. I think just with his height, it might be awkward to bring the heel high like Slav did. So he went for the low option, but yeah, it blew. The foot blew.
Yeah, I thought Slav's leg high in front of him was going to restrict his movement in that direction to some extent, and you know, could have cost him making the distance to the last hole, but he managed it. Let's see how we do on this second attempt on this section of the boulder from Guillermo. So these next 2 volumes are no texture, unfortunately for him, so probably no time to stop on those, which is why his first attempt he just blasted straight through them, didn't he? And aimed for the third.
Over the sea, I think.
Yep. We are flanked by the port of Genova. So 5 meters over our shoulders to the right and 5 meters to the left, we have the port, or the ancient port, Porto Antico of Genova. It's a really stunning location. You get to see some of the aerial shots of the highlight video at the start of this live stream.
There he goes again, aiming for the sea.
I think he's aiming for that volume and ending up.
So it's a big move.
Yeah.
It's I think the screen really doesn't do it justice to how far that is.
Yep. I mean, with this boulder, we're covering a section of wall that had 2 boulders during the qualification period. The route setters had to squeeze 6 boulders for men onto this wall to challenge the athletes and get a fair distribution across the field. But now we just have 4 boulders in this final, 4 minutes apiece. Again, Nicolo struggling with the same move that we've seen the other athletes struggle with. That sort of span out right.
Now Thorben on the, you probably describe this as the power boulder.
Yeah.
And swinging about.
Acquiring a lot from the shoulders there, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he going to? Yeah.
Bad foot, just running out of friction there. Trying to get the tension on it, but just.
I think he's probably going to call that as well.
Yeah.
Can't have too many goes on a physical boulder like that. Okay.
Quito.
Here he comes, the French champion.
Should be good with the heel.
Whoa.
Oh, nice opposition off the wall.
Oh. He seems a very instinctive climber, does Quito. He was one of the few climbers in the semi-final to top the 4th boulder with an outrageous dyno from the start hold, bypassing about 3 moves.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Whoa. Huge move on boulder 4.
So we have our last athlete joining us on the mats, 8 of 8, qualified in first for this finals, Emil Zimmermann.
Yeah, it was the only competitor to top all 4 boulders in the semi-final. Very strong performance.
So we have all 4 athletes on the wall at this time. And Slav making good progress here. Getting the zone and looking promising on that dyno outright.
Yeah, he sees the method.
And Antoine's looking comfortable here. He's keeping his feet on.
Whoa, wild swing.
Before taking that swing. Come on, Antoine.
Is he
make that stick?
Drilling his foot into that small screw on.
Oh. It's possible off that foot, but it's very often on, isn't it? I mean, Slav's method was more secure, but I'm not sure how many of those athletes will be able to bunch themselves into that position to make that work. Let's see.
Yeah.
Can't really see any other option. Again, German athlete just being called off the wall there to restart without making the foot match. You can see it. Oh, we're going to get a good look at Slav's run and jump into that first position on men's 4.
I'm enjoying Slav's climbing. He seems like a man on a mission today.
Oh yeah, we're watching him. Yeah, it's great doing this. You get involved with the guys and girls on the wall. You know, invested in their progress and their success. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how these athletes progress. Quite a young field today in this finals. So Emil Zimmermann on the extreme left of your screens, as we just focus in on him. Just 20 years of age, from Freiburg. Wow. Well, really, yeah, left his left arm quite straight there. Wasn't very high on that move. Must have been much more strenuous in that position, I'd imagine. We've just got just under a minute left. I'd like to see Antoine do something special, do something intuitive at the top of this boulder to find himself on the last hold. I think he's got it in the tank. Seems to be going well on this section. Needs to take this physical swing. Yep. And now he's going outside edge.
Yeah, he's looking for the heel, isn't he?
Yeah, he's trying to squeeze in.
Yeah, over the top.
Nice, Antoine. 22 seconds left.
I think he needs to bring that heel down. There we go. Going to change it to a toe.
Amazing.
Deep lock to finish.
Come on.
No, ran out of beans.
Oh, disappointed for him. I thought that was it.
Yeah, after physical climbing there to do a really deep lock there.
Yeah, it's a big ask. Slav just fitted that position a little bit better, didn't he? Got a sort of bit of a knee scum, sort of pressing on the left volume with his knee. Maybe taking a little bit of weight, you know, a few percent here and a few percent there, and it all adds up. We've got a full screen replay here of attempts on men's 1 and men's 2. And we can see the Austrian athlete, we've not seen this zone. So that was off camera, happening whilst we were watching Antoine possibly.
Yeah, only the second climber to reach the zone on boulder 2.
So we have Nicolo Salvatore back out, brushing men's 3.
Good first attempt.
Okay, Nicolo's on the wall. Eyeing up the zone. Okay, let's go. Nice. Using his heel here. Will he read the heel straight away, or will he try that toe? Oh, he's having a thought about it, isn't he? Nice. Oh, I think that's what he was aiming for. He just lost the friction on the right hand. Oh wow! I mean, that's
okay. That was good progress, though.
Yeah, trying to stop with that left hand.
Yeah, the left hand that you catch is quite an cut. It's quite good, but you come into that position at such speed.
Yeah.
That's a very aggressive move.
High velocity. Yeah, high velocity, high energy. You've got to control that somehow. I hope that handhold is good for their sake. Catch that momentum. Don't want to end up through that Appiano distribution studio logo over there. Through the glass. Okay, back on the wall. Oh, yeah, he's just lost his right foot there, hasn't he? Tough.
Maybe got a little bit too eager there. You're about to do a huge move. Forget that you need to put pressure on that foot.
Yeah. It might be counterintuitive to someone who doesn't climb, but you know, the more you load a foot, ultimately, maybe the more you get back from it, and the more secure it can be up to a point. There's obviously a distinct point when that pressure, or you might lose the friction, and you see the result of that in his last attempt. Oh, nice. His coordination on that's, you know, sort of honing in. He's only got a minute left though. Got to crack on and have a good couple of goes. Yeah. Obviously these athletes are having to brush these boulders themselves, so there's no staff on hand to do that, so you know that does take a bit of time. You've got to brush, you've got to chalk up. If someone else is brushing for you whilst you're chalking up, you've maybe got a more efficient session on your hands. It's an even playing field. And now we've got Kita Martini was looking pretty good on that. I know that was... Yeah.
Yeah, Kita showed some early promise on boulder 2, but once again, nobody really making any headway on that climb. It's a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Slav still placed in first with 1 top on boulder 3. And Thorben in second with 4 zones. Giuliano in third with 3. 3 zones in 5 attempts. We're just getting the results up here, so you can review that. So we're 30 seconds in to this next allotted time period for these 3 athletes. We've got Antoine on the wall again.
Okay, now who are we going to concentrate?
Okay. Immediately into position and a fairly good attempt on those moves, those dynamic moves sideways from Antoine.
I've hoped for Emil on problem 2 here. I think just the way he performed in the semi-final,
Yeah.
if he's still got some of that energy, he just seemed to be quite a powerful climber.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, this boulder might suit him. But he's already had an attempt.
Let's see. Okay, this sort of Gaston undercut crimp that he's got now with his left hand, and it's almost a similar hand position for the right hand in opposition. Our setters are just too strong on the crimp, unfortunately.
Well, in a modern climbing gym, depending where you are, there seems to be a distinct lack of crimps these days.
Absolutely.
Maybe the crimp is coming back. Let this be a lesson for you all.
Yep. Century Crack finishes with a crimp. World's hardest off-width crack climb on trad. And you need to be strong on the crimp to finish it. That'll be Heartbreak Hotel for everyone who's done all those sit-ups and shuffling. Right, back on men's 2. Really hoping for some success here. Or else we'll have to get our boots. Come on, Antoine. No dice on that goat. So back on men's 3 here with Julian. Yeah, really dragging those dishes. Just 3 fingers on that hold prior to the zone. Really not making the most of the grip, you know. I'd be adjusting that. Some of these athletes are particularly good at isolating fingers, and depending on your finger length, actually, makes a big difference. Dragging can be far more effective with the main 3 fingers rather than sort of placing the little finger on. Okay, come on, Antoine. Let's see you stay on the wall, this goat. Whoa. That's a big ask, that. We got enough time for another goat? Yeah, just too much on that. So Simone Reina, our master of ceremonies, stepping out on the mats momentarily.
Yeah, we're looking at Nicolo here. He did go off the stage. Seemed to be a problem. Maybe some kind of medical timeout. Can you do that in a bouldering competition?
I'm not sure.
Not sure what happened. Oh, maybe perhaps a bit of a nasty fall. Yeah, he seemed to go off with a medic. Hopefully he's okay, the young man.
So we're back on men's 3. Okay, flash to the zone. And managing to hold that swing. Just spending the time to work out the footwork here, Quito. Okay, nice. Strong in the shoulders there.
Drilling that right foot.
Oh, that looked really good. But
yeah, so far the high heel.
Yeah, only method for success. All eyes on Quito in the center of the wall as he attempts to climb this pink and mint boulder. Let's see if he attempts to use that particularly poor right foothold to main stability to the top hold, or if he's going to switch up his method. He's got half of his time left, 2 minutes left on the clock. Yeah, and he just seems to be assessing his beta there, you know, just considering whether he's using the right method or not. As we catch a replay of his climbing on the previous attempt. Yeah, bags of time there to assess that position, but then once you're here, his shoulders are just doing so much work to maintain the height on the wall. And that foot is not your friend. That foothold seems particularly poor.
Yeah, and the final hold is tilted right down. So if you come in from that too low, it's going to be really hard to stick considering how poor the left hand hold is.
Yeah.
So I think getting the body high would appear to be the way.
Yeah, we've had a couple of the athletes make attempts at that top hold and try to clamp their left hand on the penultimate pink volume to sort of oppose it somehow. But there's just not much. Well, there's no in-cut on it. It's actually sloped towards them, so they're only relying on the friction of the volume really to oppose that last mint hold, so it doesn't appear to be enough. Let's see what Quito can do on this, which might well be his last attempt. He's sort of running the clock down. We've got 40 seconds left. He's taking as much rest as he dares before pulling on. Hopefully his tactics pay off. Come on, Quito. Flicking up from the zone to this left-hand hold. Oh, wow, high heel this time. Amazing.
Oh, no!
Oh, my days. He's been robbed. Outrageous. It's so good to see something intuitive and...
Yet again from Quito.
My goodness, yeah.
Just decides to go for it, all in.
Yeah.
Climbs instinctively.
Yeah, did he...
Oh, that was so unfortunate.
Did he plan that? I mean, he must have done. Or did he just put it and go, I can do this. I can cross over to the top. Oh, that's incredible
that
effort.
Was so unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm gutted for him. I will.
Yeah, I think if he'd have spotted that method earlier in the 4-minute time, that would have worked. Oh, the right hand just blew.
Yeah, it was his right hand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a bit of a dry fire. Maybe. What are we on, humidity-wise? We've got to give you. We haven't given you any humidity reports during this presentation. We are at 65% humidity, which favours my skin, which is particularly dry. But for some of the competitors, who might have more damp skin, let's say, maybe this morning's conditions, when it was as low as 45% humidity, might have favoured them. I mean,
we're really not sure how accurate this is, but.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the screen is telling us.
This was... this climbing paraphernalia was at least 5 or 6 British pounds from Amazon.co.uk. So So I'm sure that humidity reading is as accurate as money can buy. It's an indication, isn't it? But yeah, we don't talk so much about that, but honestly, it's a world of difference on these holds, getting the conditions right for you and your skin. Wow, Julian deciding to completely miss the 2-unit cruise control macros that are completely smooth, have 0 texture, and just dynoing outright and attempting to stick the last 2 volumes in that sequence of climbing. And Emil looking really good here on men's 3. Let's see what he does. I mean, he's gone to the left, like most of the athletes have done. Apart from Quito's moment of genius. And Emil, even though he's a tall athlete, approaching 178 centimeters, he's still managing to get himself into that tight position. Yeah, just moving out of it. Just too bunched up.
I mean, I know there are a different set of boulders this evening compared to what he climbed on this morning, but I feel he just looks a little tired compared to what he did this morning.
I can imagine.
I mean, he just looked unstoppable.
Yeah.
Earlier on today.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't seem to have that same. I don't know. When he's catching moves this morning, he was high in his shoulders. Where this evening he's just dropping a little bit and not looking like he has quite the same pizzazz.
Yeah, it's got to take it out of you, isn't it? Long day. That semi-finals was great. Hard boulders, diverse styles, but yeah, quite physical. Even though the wall itself is not that steep, the setters have managed to produce some really nice test pieces here. "45 seconds left on the clock for these 2 guys. And the determination in this guy's body language, the Austrian climber, Julian. He looks really psyched to finish this boulder. He's not taking no for an answer. He's had another go off screen.
And he may as well. He's on his last boulder.
Yeah.
And, so far we've only had 1 top. So
come on, Emil.
1 top here could seal it for you.
Oh, yeah. He had a moment of tension through that foot and like a moment of stability, but wow. Yeah, a moment of weight on that top hole, but yeah, just not enough. And with nothing to oppose on the left hand, there's no chance. Here we go. Just a replay of men's 4. Oh, you can see those dishes close up. They're really nice little scoops, little craters with some good friction, but yeah, that foothold has just denied him.
Okay, so we just have the French champion out now in the last boulder, his last climb of the event.
If anyone can finish this, it's Quito.
Yeah, after his dyno acrobatics in the semi-final.
Yep.
You wouldn't bet against this guy on this boulder.
You wouldn't. Sort of needs this to shoot him up the rankings. Right now he's lying in 5th. And with the top on this.
Oh, this would be huge.
Yeah.
It'd be huge if he topped this. I mean, this would fire him up to the podium.
Let's go, Quito, come on. Simone doing a really good job of rousing the crowd to get behind Quito for these last few attempts of the competition. Wow, Genova has given climbing a really warm reception. And it's no surprise, really. There's a great network of small gyms to start climbing in this area of Italy. One of the latest ones being the Forge climb, which is a more commercial style gym with a couple of competition walls. Oh, Keto trying something different. Surprise, surprise. This guy's full of ideas. Fantastic. I hope he's got enough time to tape up and get on again. We've got 1:28 on the clock. We've got a bit of a finger injury, or not? Skin.
Yeah, I think perhaps his fingertip may have been bleeding. I think under the rules you'll have to tape that up.
Okay.
So he's not getting any blood on the hold.
Are we going to have a magnifique moment of magic? Nice. Really confident in that jump, isn't he? Come on. Yeah, I mean, that could stick. I mean, obviously, has decided that that method is far more probable than the than the method that the route setters have proposed.
Just 30 seconds remaining.
Come on, Keto. Oh, and he stuck it. Legend. Let's go. 12 seconds. Got a toe hook. Oh, no. Oh, but he's given us another moment of magic. Really pleased with that. Good effort, Keto.
Yeah, he's going to be a name for the future.
Absolutely.
I really feel that. Great performance from him. Yeah, really unfortunate he's not made that boulder. I think his final position of 5th is doesn't really do him justice.
Yeah, these results sometimes don't, do they? You know, these moments in comps. I mean, honestly, he could be incredibly proud of how he's climbed.
Yeah, just such small margins in bouldering competitions. And we're down to our final competitor on the final boulder of this event. Emil.
So Emil doesn't have any insight into the method that Keto tried, does he?
Not at all.
No visibility for him. Obviously, he's maybe heard the reaction of the crowd, but he has no idea what's provoked that reaction. So he's effectively all on his own out there, trying to work out this boulder. Let's see how he approaches it. Come on, Emil. Nice. Really good effort. But honestly, I think you're asking a lot to read a new sequence within that set of volumes. It's credit to Keto and his route reading ability. Well, tough set of boulders, you know, with only one top from Slav of boulder 3, but we've had a couple of close heartbreak moments on some of the others. Emil just a bit out from the wall there. You've got to commit to jumping very much into the wall, haven't you? If you're gonna land those holds, I feel. And from that camera angle, we could see he was just, you know, his sort of centre of gravity is probably half a metre or 3/4 of a metre away from the wall. You're not going to, even if you stick the holds and get a handful of them, you know, to
rein that back in.
Yeah, to rein it in, it's
a big ask.
Yeah. Come on, Emil. And now he's attempted it as well. Excellent. Okay. We've got one minute on the clock, and Emil's seen something and attempted to kill the momentum with that lower volume in the same method that Quito did. Oh, a little slip on the start there. Yeah, very soft matting, so you requires a lot of energy to leap up into that first starting position. But he's made it, and he looks really motivated to get this done. I know that's different again. I think
he's calling it.
Wow. Strong finals, hard boulders, really interesting moves. I would have liked to have seen a bit more on men's 2. See what that upper section looked like. Other than that, I can't ask for much more.
So it's Slav. Slav taking the win.
Slav taking the win. Wow.
That excellent top on boulder 3.
Yeah, that was impressive, wasn't it? He's the first one who read the heel, and he's the only one to make it work. He seemed to fit into that position really well. And yeah, we're just going to take a look at the leaderboard there. So we've got Slav taking the win, followed by Thorben, followed by Antoine, and then Emil, Guillermo, Quito, Julian, and Nicolo. Yeah, tough set of boulders. Yeah, really cool to watch. I'm sure this crowd here in Genova have enjoyed that final. So we're just with Simone Reina announcing the athletes in reverse order now here in the stadium. So Martin, you think you'll be back in Genova?
Hopefully.
It's really warm to the city this week. We've been here for a couple of days now, and what an incredible location for a comp, and seems like a great climbing community here. I think we're going to...
it's been great to be here. Thank you, James.
Not at all. My pleasure. We're just going to move to some highlights of the competition. Seeing the Genovese, the public of Genova, appreciating the athletes there. Some action on men's 1 here. I mean, there was so many close attempts on this. I feel like this boulder could have been topped. You know, just nobody finding much security on that heel sufficient to establish some health higher on this upper volume. You know, because you're sort of plumb line, aren't you, on those 2 volumes?
Yeah, that's right.
There's nothing really opposing anything, so you're in a very narrow body position, and then having to stop on that top crimp as a top hold with not much security below you. Yeah, obviously just stopped all the athletes in their tracks, although some of them look really good in that position. Nicolo, the Italian athlete here. You know, a late attempt on men's 2 where he looked stable. I feel if he found this position earlier in his allotted 4 minutes, we might have seen a top from him. And this is Slav finishing men's 3, I presume. Flashed this boulder, didn't he?
He did indeed, yeah. Flashed this boulder. This was...
Yeah, look at that.
Turns out that they sealed the win.
Yeah. I didn't think this competition would be separated by 1 top, you know. maybe that's just a little bit telling about how tired the athletes are after a qualification yesterday of 6 boulders, and then this morning's semi-finals of 4, and then another 4 in the finals, of course. Intense couple of days. I mean, they train and they're in great condition, but yeah, maybe it's the end of the competition season for them as we head into the winter. I guess a lot of these guys will be looking forward to a little bit of time away from the gym, maybe climbing on rock a bit. I know one of the British athletes was telling me earlier he's off to Rodia in Spain for his 18th birthday.
Wow.
Nice, huh? I went to Rodia when I was 18. I won't tell you how many years ago that was.
Yeah, so many young athletes at this competition.
Yeah.
I think we're definitely going to be seeing many of them in the future.
That was a good high point there from the Austrian athlete on men's 2.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And then, surprise, surprise, Slav looking pretty good on that men's 4. Got the power. Antoine, one of his earlier attempts.
Yeah, we saw a number of climbers at the top of boulder 3. Only Slav managing to make it work.
Yes. Nicolo here. He was just sort of denied here, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he got into this position a couple of times.
Yeah, I think he took a bad fall, I think, at the top. We didn't see him after this boulder.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just flew out of shot there, and we didn't see the consequences.
He's been great on the Coppa Italia circuit. Like watching him climb. He's had some moments. He looks like a good, well-rounded package, so to speak. You know, climbs well in all of the different sort of diverse styles of bouldering, let's say. He's good at reading problems, and he has the strength to go with it, you know, on the various different grip types. So yeah, I hope he's fitting well for the Coppa Italia next year. There's a great competition circuit here in Italy. It really puts things in perspective. There's a 3-round Coppa Italia boulder and a 3-round Coppa Italia lead organised throughout the season, and then there is a national championships as well, which is called the Campionato Italiano. Last year it was held in Rome, and there was some major similarities between the setting team there and the setting team here, in fact. So we had Luca Camanni from New Rock in Brescia, and who is also the head setter at Orobia in Bergamo. He was the chief for the Campionato Italiano. And then working alongside him was Gabriele Maroni from Urban Wall in Milan, and also Simone Zappino from Torino. So those 3 are reunited again at this competition, and you know, the quality of the setting. I mean, if you can go back and watch the Campionato Italiano, it was an exciting final. I mean, specifically the men's. I mean, Camilla Moroni took the win in the women's, and her reaction on the final boulder was unbelievable. I think she has the nickname the Lioness, and it was a roar at the top of the boulder, I'll tell you. And after she dropped off, knew she'd sealed the win. But the men's final, really, Niccolò Satirana came into his own and made one of the boulders, the penultimate boulder, on his 13th attempt. Just would not let it go, and ended up topping that boulder and going on to top the last boulder and take the win. And yeah, that was an end of a tough season for Niccolò Satirana, but he looked incredible in that competition, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him next year. So this was the last round of the European Cup boulder. We're fairly confident there was 2 prior to this. We know there was 1 in Austria.
At the end of April, yes.
And we're not only crowning the winners of this evening's competition, women's and men's, but we're also crowning the overall winner of the European Cup of Boulder. So you can see the team in the stadium here just preparing the podium for those athletes who've made the top 3. And we have the sort of nucleus of Italia climbing in front of us.
If any of the local climbers around here, the competitors, are going to venture outside, James, what would be the local crag to hear?
Well, we are not so far from Finale Liguri, so I would call it. Well, a good international reference is Fontainebleau. I call it like a Fontainebleau of sport climbing. You know, it's
high praise.
Yeah, many well-established limestone crags for sport climbing. I mean, there's bouldering as well, for sure. I haven't ventured into that realm there. Well, I've done a bit of sport climbing there. I mean, it is internationally renowned, Finale, obviously. You know, with routes being established there. You know. So, Simone Reina here in the stadium. We will now hand over to him to announce the winners of the competition. Thanks for joining us. Thank you.
Sindaco della città di Genova, il nostro buon Marco Bucci, che vuole rappresentare questo luogo che, come vi ho raccontato, dopo tanti anni ha riportato l'arrampicata sportiva dentro una piazza. E come ho ripetuto in questi giorni, Marco, il primo articolo della Federazione Arrampicata Sportiva Italiana cita che lo scopo della federazione è avvicinare il maggior numero di persone possibili allo sport, e credo che questo valga per tutte le federazioni sportive, per avvicinare lo sport nei valori, nella disciplina, nella fratellanza che porta. E allora io voglio veramente dirti grazie, perché con Genova abbiamo portato uno sport che potrebbe essere lontano nelle televisioni o nella sua naturale esecuzione in montagna, lo abbiamo portato sul mare, nel cuore del porto antico di Genova.
Grazie, sono felicissimo, saluto tutti i genovesi e quelli che non sono di Genova, benvenuti tutti qua nella nostra città. Avere la possibilità di fare sport è una cosa fondamentale per i giovani e anche per i non meno giovani, è una cosa fondamentale per conoscere il sudore e la fatica, per conoscere come si lavora con gli altri, quindi grazie. Noi offriamo possibilità di sport sotto tutti i punti di vista, sia sull'acqua, sul mare, sui monti. L'arrampicata è nata a Finale, lo sapete meglio di voi meglio di me. Io da giovane andavo a Finale a arrampicare, ho fatto tanto alpinismo sulle Alpi, eppure vi dico che vedere arrampicare questi giovani mi sono emozionato, perché sono bravissimi, hanno una marcia in più rispetto a tutti gli altri, ed è il mito e la soddisfazione anche di quelli che sono meno bravi, come forse lo ero io ai miei tempi. Andare in montagna vale per tutti, non vale solo per i più bravi, e avvicinarsi a questo sport vuol dire imparare il sudore, la fatica, la vetta, la fine, il vantaggio e anche la possibilità di poter stare con gli altri e dividere questa esperienza con gli altri. Quindi grazie a tutti voi per essere venuti qui. Genova si vuole candidare a ospitare questi campionati sempre, non soltanto quest'anno, ma anche Genova nel futuro. E se poi qualcuno di voi vuole anche provare non solo arrampicare ma anche andare in barca a vela, è benvenuto, ok? Possiamo fare tutte queste cose nella nostra città. Grazie a tutti voi per essere qui. Arrampicare è una cosa fantastica, fatelo finché siete giovani, quando poi avete la mia età e siete un po' più vecchi, sul 9A non ci andate più, tornate al 3B e va bene così. Grazie a tutti e buona serata.
Niente da aggiungere, sono un grazie grande al sindaco di Genova Marco Bucci, e tutti noi con la nostra volontà e con il nostro presidente accogliamo.
Andiamo sul 3D.
Ma se vuoi ti ci porto io, Marco, senza problemi, quando vuoi ti ci porta Davide. Accogliamo la volontà vostra di accogliere l'arrampicata, e quindi tutti voi che siete qui e che ci siete stati, Davide Battistella il nostro presidente, ci prendiamo l'impegno di poter essere capaci di organizzare e rieseguire un evento anche migliore di questo. Grazie Genova, grazie Marco, applauso per il sindaco.
Grazie a tutti voi, grazie ancora, grazie a tutti.
Grazie Marco. Grazie. dalla regia siamo pronti? Lori, quando te lo chiamo io ovviamente. And so ladies and gentlemen, facciamo un check anche con Arianna e speriamo che ci siano gli atleti, Davide, che poi alle volte questi sono i dettagli. So ladies and gentlemen, signore e signori, buonasera. Siamo finalmente arrivati a quella che è la cerimonia di premiazione e quindi premieremo prima la tappa femminile, poi il circuito generale femminile, la tappa maschile e il circuito generale maschile. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the stadium the medalist for the European Cup Genova 2024. Back down, yeah, thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, third place and bronze medalist for the European Bouldering Cup here in Genova 2024, representing Germany, Roxana Wienand. Premia Silvia Salis, vicepresidente del CONI. And so, ladies and gentlemen, silver medalist and second place at the EFC European Bouldering Cup here in Genova 2024. Representing Italy, Irina Daziano. Premia Silvia Salis, vicepresidente del CONI. And so now here we are, ladies and gentlemen. First place, gold medalist and winner for the EFC European Bouldering Cup Genova 2024, representing Slovakia, Martina Ursikova. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of Slovakia. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalist for the European Cup Genova 2024. Grazie ragazze, thank you ladies. E quindi procediamo con la premiazione del circuito generale di Coppa Europa Femminile 2024, disciplina bouldering. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the stadium the overall medalist for the European Bouldering Cup. Classico incidente tecnico, ragazzi, io lo dico sempre, quando hanno presentato Windows, che è stato il sistema operativo più vincente della storia di Windows, XP, quando hanno presentato XP, che è un sistema antico, non so se voi lo conoscete, io sono anziano, e è venuta la schermata blu e è andato in crash, quindi ovviamente potrebbe succedere. A posto, ci mancano più che altro le atlete da premiare, sai, senza quelle gli inni, le medaglie, siamo tutti a posto, abbiamo anche le persone per premiare, però lamentabilmente, come si dice in Spagna, abbiamo perso le atlete che devono essere premiate e quindi o andiamo avanti con la premiazione del circuito maschile, aspetto il supporto di Arianna Trenta, oppure procediamo con quello che sono i piccoli inconvenienti, il bello della diretta, no? Il bello della diretta. Comunque sto andando avanti da un po', cominciamo a aver finito gli argomenti a scelta. Abbiamo la femminile, Arianna Trenta, un applauso per Arianna Trenta che sempre risolve tutti i problemi. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the stadium the medalist for the overall ranking of the European Bouldering Cup. Adesso sì, siamo tornati sul campo da gioco. And so, ladies and gentlemen, third place and bronze medalist for the overall European Bouldering Cup 2024, representing Spain, Kelia Masia Martin. Premia Davide Battistella, presidente della Federazione Arrampicata Sportiva Italiana. Second place and silver medalist for the overall European Bouldering Cup 2024, representing Slovakia, Martina Bursikova. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now here we are. First place, gold medalist and overall winner of the European Bouldering Cup 2024, representing Germany, Roxana Dienander. Premia Davide Battistella, presidente della Federazione Arrampicata Sportiva Italiana. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalist for the overall European Bouldering Cup 2024. Thank you, girls. Questa volta ho già verificato la presenza degli atleti, quindi siamo a posto, abbiamo anticipato. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the stadium the medalist for the European Bouldering Cup Genova 2024. E eccoli, arrivano. Ed eccoli. Venite ragazzi. C'è sempre un attimo di delay, possiamo migliorare, abbiamo ancora un podio, possiamo ancora migliorare. And so, ladies and gentlemen, third place and the bronze medalist for the EFC European Cup Genova 2024, representing France, Antoine Girard. Premia Marco Bucci, sindaco della città di Genova. Second place and the silver medalist for the EFC European Bouldering Cup Genova 2024, representing Germany, Torben Barry Blum. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now here we are. First place, gold medalist and winner for the EFC European Bouldering Cup Genova 2024, representing Bulgaria, Slav Kirov. Premia Marco Bucci, sindaco della città di Genova. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of Bulgaria. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalist for the European Cup Bouldering Genova 2024. Facciamolo questo applauso, sono stati i nostri eroi tutta la notte. Thank you guys. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now here we are with the last ceremony award. And so, the overall European Bouldering Cup 2024. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the stadium the medalist for the overall Bouldering European Cup 2024. And so ladies and gentlemen, third place, bronze medalist for the overall European Bouldering Circuits 2024, representing Germany, Torben Barry Blum. Premia il Vice Ministro Edoardo Rizzi, Vice Ministro alle Infrastrutture e Trasporti. Second place and silver medalist for the European Bouldering Circuits 2024 is not present, but please make a noise representing France, Leo Favot. And so, ladies and gentlemen, now here we are, first place, gold medalist and overall winner for the European Bouldering Cup 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, representing France, Antoine Girard. Premia Edoardo Rizzi, Vice Ministro alle Infrastrutture e Trasporti. So ladies and gentlemen, please raise up for the national anthem of France. Ladies and gentlemen, the medalist for the overall European Bouldering Circuits 2024. Applauso con l'abbraccio anche a Leo Favot che non c'è, però è bello questo applauso. E allora, signore e signori, ce l'abbiamo fatta ad arrivare in fondo a questi incredibili 2 giorni di sport per i quali io ringrazio ovviamente tutte le persone che hanno collaborato, ringrazio la Federazione Arrampicata Sportiva Italiana, ringrazio gli ospiti che abbiamo avuto con noi oggi, quindi ovviamente Edoardo Rizzi, Marco Bucci, Silvia Salis e il nostro buon presidente Davide Battistella. Facciamogli un applauso a queste persone che hanno investito del tempo da dedicare a noi. Ringrazio il capitano delle Fiamme Gialle che è stato qui con noi venendo giù da Predazzo, e chissà mai che sia proprio lui con il quale ci rincontreremo, lo faremo sicuramente perché è responsabile dell'organizzazione di parte dei Giochi Olimpici del 2026, una responsabilità enorme, e nonostante questo ha voluto scendere qui con noi a vedere la magia dell'arrampicata. Ringrazio la Manu alla telecamera che mi sta inquadrando in questo momento, ringrazio Andrea al servizio di streaming di Keep Live, ringrazio Arianna Trenta e Marco Iacono che sono state 2 delle persone che più di tutti noi hanno messo cuore e impegno nella realizzazione di tutto questo. E per ultimo, con tutto il mio cuore, ringrazio alle console mio fratello Andrea Ciscato. Grazie Italia, grazie Arrampicata, grazie Genova, ci avete amato tantissimo e noi lo faremo un'altra volta per voi. Grazie a tutti, ci vediamo l'anno prossimo, ciao!